These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Now,
it's 7 a.m.
It's 7 a.m. Time for the opening drive.
Voted the best sports show in New Mexico.
For 5 years running. It's the OD in the AM with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Oh, yeah. That's what it feels like. That's what it's supposed to be like. I remember now. Not just 620 days since Lowell men's basketball or whatever it was in the pit. But it's been a lot longer since it was like that. Since it was exciting and fun and good and you felt like that. It's been a couple of minutes. It's been a long time. Oh, yeah. That's why Lobo basketball is so cool. And that's why the pit is so much fun. And that's why this team could be really exciting. What's up? And Merry Thursday to you. Happy Veterans Day. And above and beyond all the basketball and the frivolity, thank you to all who have served. Thank you to all the families who have sacrificed. Take a minute on Veterans Day. I hope you will. And say thank you. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, how you living?
What it do?
Good night last night, huh?
Not too bad. Entertaining.
And
what I was hoping, expecting, is what we got.
And I think that's really kind of the biggest takeaway, aside from, look, I think they're going to be competitive. How good? I think FAU's a good Conference USA team. Where would they be in the Mountain West? I don't know. Where will this team be as a finished product? I mean, nowhere near this. But you got a brand of basketball from a bunch of athletes who gave you the hope that this will be fun, that this thing is on the right path. And after a 99-92 victory in the pit over Florida Atlantic, as an underdog at home on opening night, I don't know that this ever happened in New Mexico, watching Jalen House go for 30 and take over a game, watching some of the bigs in Muscadine and watching what he was able to do, I think you walk away from that last night saying Jay Allen Tovar is going to be exciting. I know Jamal Mashburn Jr. is going to be good. And you go down the list and you say, Richard Pitino may have put together a pretty fun and potentially pretty good squad.
And it was really impressive to see the Lobos end up scoring 99 points in a game that Jamal Mashburn didn't play well. It was supposed to be, Jamal Mashburn, Jalen House show, and that's going to happen plenty of times. But Mashburn was 1 of 7 from the field at one point in time, wasn't clicking as we expect him to see at different times this season. Jalen House is so much fun, the energy that he brings on both ends of the floor. And there's just a different quickness, athleticism with this backcourt, and we haven't seen that in a long time for Lobo basketball.
6 for 16 for Jamal Mashburn. He played 35 minutes for the Lobos. Got it going a little bit in the second half. He ended up with 14 points. To your point, he'll be fine. Like of all the things I wasn't worried about, if there was one thing I thought I knew going into this opener, I thought I knew Jamal Mashburn Jr. is pretty good. And I still think I know that. And was he the best player on the floor last night? Maybe not. He doesn't have to be every night. Jalen House was probably the best player on the floor last night, or at least for the Lobos. But that's okay. You're going to have nights like that. What I think you've got is the potential of a dynamic backcourt when you throw KJ Jenkins in there and get him some time. Terran Todd will play as well. And then you look at what the bigs were. I think Barima Sek is going to get a lot of time. Forsling as a freshman played about 4 minutes. I think his minutes will increase. Javonte is going to play quite a bit. And you start to get a glimpse of what you think the rotation might end up being. And you're like, okay, I feel pretty solid that these are guys that could play at this level, that can compete. That was just a different feel, a different looking team. And I don't care if you put them in the Pit, in Lubbock, Texas, in St. George, Utah. I don't care where that game was last night. That was just a different feel, and it felt a lot better.
It did feel a lot better. And the competitiveness, what they're doing defensively, they give up 92 points, but it's about the effort. This team is going to play fast basketball. There's going to be a lot of possessions, so you're going to see more games like this season. But the thing with that is Lobos can actually score. Now, it's a little tighter, but it's just reality of it. Emmanuel Quach was not available.
Right.
He suffered a knee injury earlier this week. Saquon Singleton is out, and then Jeremiah Francis did not play. And he wasn't hurt. He just did not get into the game. And so the rotation was a little bit tighter than I thought it would be, but you get a sense of, all right, it's going to be House and Mashburn playing all the minutes they can handle. And Javonte Johnson is going to float between the 4 and the 3 when they play small because they're not big. And with Sek and Forsling, they're going to get their opportunity, but they got to stay out of foul trouble, just defend. Forsling, if he sticks around, if this dude is here when he's a junior, he's going to be good. And then with Jethro Muscadin, it's about just getting in shape because he's going to play the most minutes at 5. He just has to be ready to do it.
Played 22 of them last night. Barima Sek played 9 minutes, and you'll see what happens up front. I think if there was one surprise to me, it was that Jeremiah Francis didn't play, that it was a DNP coach's decision. I'd like to believe that that's going to change, but again, where the minutes coming from, you played, 2, 4, 10 guys? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 9 guys. 9 guys, 4 minutes or more. So that was a mid-season rotation.
It was.
In game 1. That was a mid-season type rotation. You played 9 guys, but really only 7 double digits? 7 guys double digit minutes. Sek played 9 and Forsling played 4. Love to hear your thoughts on Lobo basketball. I gotta believe you feel good about this. 505-246-0610 is where we are today. It's how to get a hold of the show. 505-246-0610 is you can call on the Quan's Auto Care hotline. You can also send us a text to that same number. It doubles as a Sports Animal text line. Send an email, Jeff or JJ, at sportsanimалabq.com. Find JJ on the Twitter. It's _JJ Buck. On the Facebook, The OD in the AM. You can watch the show there. Adrian produces for ProView Networks. You can watch it on channel 20.5 over the air on our Facebook page, on ProView's YouTube channel. Of course, A. Marie has got us on the radio side. Did you catch the game last night?
No, I did not.
You were working.
I was working.
You were doing the comedy.
And I was at
Aaron
Madison Middle School, Hoover and Madison.
Who won?
Madison.
Yeah, on the tile, still on the tile gym floor.
I'm sorry, it was at Hoover. Yeah.
Oh, it was at their place. Yeah. They got. I know that gym. That's kind of little. Tiny
I'm not used
gym.
to being a sports parent. I'm not gonna lie.
Little tiny.
It's
gym.
tough. Yeah, it's tiny.
You got to find that
it's
school back in the hood, and then that little tiny gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we played there.
It was tough.
Yeah, go Magic.
Sports go Magic.
Yeah, go Magic. No, I get it. I've missed plenty of things at youth sporting events.
And then practice after for AAU. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it was nonstop.
No, it's good. It's real. Well, I'll tell you that the Lobos look good, and people are going to want to talk about that. We got Thursday Night Football tonight. We can get into Ravens and Dolphins. Tua still dealing with the finger injury. I'll get you updates on that as we get through the day today. Jerry Palm due to be with us at 8:30 this morning. Jerry, of course, the guru from CBSSports.com. We'll talk about the college football playoff standings. 3 weeks to go in the. Is it crazy? 3 weeks to go in college football's regular season. It's just bizarre. It's just, gosh, this goes so quick. You wait for it and you wait for it and you wait for it, and then it's gone like that. So we'll get you through all of that. Got baseball free agency stuff to get through. Lakers and Heat in a good one last night in the National Basketball Association as well. Russell Westbrook had a triple-double. So there's a lot of really cool stuff to get through today, but the bulk is going to be Lobo basketball, and really, really want your feel as you got your first look at this new look team. I think, JJ, my gut tells me people have just been jonesing for that, whether they were there, whether they heard about it, whether they listened, whether they watched it on the stream. I just don't know how you walk away as a Lobo basketball, whether you're a fan or someone just is got some sort of an interest and you're not intrigued and have a good feel about that.
Yeah, you can be cautiously optimistic.
That's fine.
I think there's the ceiling we're talking about, 4 or 5 for this team in Mountain West play, but they're going to be entertaining to watch, and I think that's a big step forward. The game last night, your home underdogs, you have no idea what to expect overall. In fact, it's 5 new starters, and they were talking that it was the first time that there's been 5 new starters for a Lobo basketball team since they could go back and look at box scores. So this team is still going to have its ups and downs throughout non-conference play, but that was a big step to come out against a team that's better than you inside, because that is a problem, and Rich Pacino talks about that a lot.
And it'll be interesting
in
on
the post
Saturday.
game, is just saying, hey, we have to find a way to get tougher to team rebound, because they just don't have a go-to big that can just kind of suck everything up. In the first half, I thought FAU did a really good job of getting their bigs involved. I was surprised that the 7'1" player Vlad Golden did not see more minutes in the second half, because he was just eating them alive in his post positioning and touch around the basket. But they went a little more athletic, but still played stronger. And this was a game, you look at it's 7 points, but New Mexico had an 89-75 lead at one point in time. They went on a 20-6 run to put this game away. And this team has spurt ability, it has explosiveness that you haven't seen for a long time.
All right.
In Lobo basketball.
505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. That's how to get to us today. Your emails, Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced. We're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
Good last night, 99-92. Lobos open up the men's basketball season with a winner chicken dinner over the Owls of FAU. Go into the game as underdogs. Go into the game with 5 brand new starters. So, Lobo fan, where are you today after you get your first glimpse of your new team? Next up, it's going to get a little tougher now. We go up to Boulder on Saturday. Actually, go up tomorrow, play on Saturday against a Colorado team who is a good Pac-12 team who has some veterans from a team that won a game in the NCAA tournament last year, opened up with a 94-90 overtime victory against Montana State. You're going, well, really? Are they struggling? Wait till you see Montana State in the pit on Saturday night. I think I watched the Lobos blow them out after I say all this. I think you're going to be impressed with a pretty good Big Sky team there. But it gets a little tougher now. On Saturday, as you go up and take on a pretty good Pac-12 team with some bigs, by the way, and you got out-rebounded by a 42-25 margin. That's 17 margin, minus 17 on the boards.
Yeah, the Lobos are going to score. They're going to get points from their forwards, whether it's Muscadin or Alan Tovar. It's on the other end. It's defensively, team rebounding, that's going to be the issue.
Anybody, I mean, House was terrific, and so it's easy to let's love on House. Is there anybody that you looked at your first look and just go, I like that? Because I thought Muscadin was maybe that guy, and I think Jay Allen Torrey, you told me that he's got a streak to him. You were telling me stories in practice. There's a little nasty to him, and I think you need a guy or two like that. And I think he plays with an edge. And assuming, and I don't know him, assuming you can keep that under control, I think he can be an X factor.
Yes, it's what is he going to do on the defensive end? Because he's a guy that likes to float. And unfortunately, they're going to need him to play the 4. He's going to have to play the 5 sometimes when they go smaller, bring up foul trouble. When you look at second and Forsling, they're not going to be playing a lot of minutes early in the season. But if he can lock in, because he can get away with being on the perimeter, shooting threes. You had a quiet 18 points.
18 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks.
Like so, so if he just commits himself to go, all right, I'm going to play inside. I'm going to be a difference maker defensively because Patino's going to give him the minutes. He played 33 minutes, so he's going to get his opportunity. That, to your point, can be the X factor for this team that can help him on the defensive end.
So on your 18 points, 8 3-point shots on his 14 field goal attempts for a guy who had 8, was also your leading rebounder and your leading shot blocker. So he does float. Where is his game going to be? Where does Richard Pitino want his game to be? It feels like he's going to let him create. Of his 8 3-pointers, he hit 3. Okay. I think you live with that percentage, right? I mean, you okay with just under 50%?
Yes.
Okay. 7 out of 14 from the field, that's 50% shooting. The 8 rebounds, he's your leading rebounder. You can't really complain about that, can you? He led your team in block shots. So, to me, that guy is the one that I watched in the exhibition game and then last night and said, there's a guy that, I expect the guys in the backcourt in Mashburn and House to be difference makers. Who up front, who else? And it was J. Allen Tovar. Other thing that impressed me with this team, at the pace at which they played, 66 shots, you talked about extra possessions, to only have 10 turnovers in an opener, I think it's a pretty good number.
It's a very good number. And it's a credit to the Jalen House. There was talk of taking over, point guard coming in. I had no idea he was going to be that effective on both ends. And Jalen House post-game, he's like, yeah, it was the first time I got to start. It was pretty cool. It's like, all right. It's like he's a totally different dude just sitting there at the podium versus a guy you watch for 40 minutes that's going to get under the opponent's skin, that's going to get under the ref's skin, it's going to get under opposing fans' skin, but it's going to be a fun kid to watch at the University of New Mexico.
He was on the postgame show. I don't know if we have any of the audio from the postgame show with Hunter and Robert. And Pitino was good, but Jalen House was asked about, did he say anything? Did him and Jamal Mashburn Jr. have any conversation at halftime because Jamal wasn't shooting well? And he's like, man, I'm not worried about him. So I'm not going to get mad at him taking shots. I take shots. I take shots like that. Like one thing that dude, and I'm paraphrasing, but one thing that dude could do is shoot. Like the last thing Jalen House is worried about is Jamal Mashburn getting his shot back, being able to score. There's plenty of other unknowns on this team. I think if there's something after one game, they got a really good backcourt.
Yeah, they're each is going to get their opportunity to score in this offense, Jalen House especially, with being the point guard. And what I was impressed with, too, just overall was just the energy and the intensity that they played with on both ends of the floor. And I think that's big for Jalen House because he's a dude who's going to take some shots. He's going to come back down the court a few times, like, hey, that one's on me, but I got you. He gets in your grill. And he got a couple flop warnings. That's going to be.
Did he get a technical for one?
Because he got 2.
Yeah.
So the second one, a technical foul. So he's gonna. There's gonna be a lot of give and take from Jalen House, but it's an intensity. It's a player that I can't think of a point guard like Jalen House for a long time. I'm maybe like.
You mean around here?
Yeah, that's like. He dribbles and penetrates like someone I haven't watched at the University of New Mexico. Like there's been, big guards, Jarice Gary, Hugh Greenwood. Like
you're talking about a creative
like
scorer.
The way he dribbles and creates is he puts defenders on their heels in an instant.
Yeah. A creative scoring point guard.
Like he is so good with the basketball.
So give me one in this league. Not just necessarily at UNM. But do you have one in this league recently that he reminds you of?
I have to think because there's the quickness that he has, like the in and out dribble, the way he can just throw that little hezzy on you in the lane and get the defender to think for a split second, and then he's at the basket.
What's the scoring guard that's back at Nevada? Why am I forgetting his name from last year? A terrific scorer.
Yeah, Nevada's backcourt, guys like that, but just they haven't seen a player with that kind of athletic.
I'm thinking the best point guards I've seen in the last couple of years have been guys like Thames and DJ Gay, right? At San Diego State in this league. I think your point's right because I was just going to go big picture on you. After one game, it's not fair, but I'll ask it anyway. Where do you think this backcourt of House and Mashburn Jr. can compare with the rest of this league. And I think that backcourt can be as good as probably anything in this league, can't they?
It can be.
Now, where your concern might be is what are you going to get up front? Because there's going to be, at least as of today, probably better, more experienced front courts. And I don't want to get you so excited going, we can win this league right now. Maybe you can. Maybe you can. I mean, what I saw last night is just a ton of potential. But I look at the backcourt, and I think college basketball is won with guards. Do you agree with that for the most part?
Yes. We can make the biggest impact.
Okay. If those two guys stay healthy, and then you tell me that Taryn Todd's going to get good and that Javonte Johnson is going to continue and KJ Jenkins is going to be good, and you might see Jeremiah Francis, like all of a sudden I feel really good about what New Mexico's got in the backcourt.
And that was, even without seeing it, that was the expected, right? House, Mashburn, they're going to be the difference makers. Just how good can they be? They can be really good, and it's about fitting roles. And I think when you look at Todd, Javonte Johnson, guys that played 16 and 17 minutes, they were comfortable in their roles. Todd's the guy that he's not going to put up shots. He had one field goal attempt, but they want him to play defense, move the basketball, fill minutes. I was impressed with KJ Jenkins. Everyone talks about him as coming in. He's going to be a lights-out three-point shooter. Yeah, he was 2 of 3, but he was committed to putting the ball on the floor, attacking the basket, bring some quickness as well. And to me, Javonte Johnson is because they're going to ask him to have to guard people that are bigger than him. He's 6'6", since he's shooting guard, small forward, but when they play kind of the 4-guard lineup, he's going to be put at the 4, and I thought he had a really productive 16 minutes.
So the one guy that's returning that the former coaching staff used to consistently rave about to me was Javonte Johnson. Of the 4 guys that stayed with Saquon and Javonte, I guess it's 3, and Emmanuel Quach, right? Javonte was a guy last year that they really thought had a ton of potential. And to your point, I think he's playing with a different confidence and starting to feel, he'll fill his spot. He'll fill his spot. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Looking forward to hear what Lobo Fan has to say after a 99-92 victory to open the men's basketball season in the Pit last night over Florida Atlantic. You can get in at 505-246-0610. The demand for security for homes and businesses is increasing every single day. Add to that, some security businesses are changing the rules for current customers. So people are calling Aaron Jones and IPS. And now, Aaron needs more officers. If you are retired law enforcement, former military, or have security experience, IPS needs you now. You'll be working for a company who is passionate about stopping crime, protecting homes, businesses, and families, and making Albuquerque a better place to live. You can call them at 505-897-2420, 505-897-2420, or go to ipsglobal.com. Fill out an application online. You'll get world-class training and protect and serve your community. I've trusted IPS for years. They watch my home. I go away, they're there. They roll out the garbage cans on garbage day, pick up newspapers. If there's a package that's left delivered, they pick it up. When I'm in town, they are there as well. They're there every single day. IPS has made my family feel more secure. My neighbors feel more secure as well. Don't wait to be a victim. Sleep better at night knowing IPS is watching your business. Call them and be confident during the day they've got eyes on your home when you're not there. 505-897-2420 is their number, or visit ipsglobal.com.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The shop
favorite moment of the post-game show? And I know we've got to have audio somewhere. But Jalen House was on with Robert and Hunter Green. And you could hear somebody come over and shake his hand. Good game. And so, you know, he's in the middle of his – Jalen House is in the middle of an answer. Oh, thank you very much. And Robert goes, Global football coach Danny Gonzalez coming over and shaking and congratulating Jalen House. Oh, is that who that was? Yeah, that was – okay, I didn't know. Yeah.
I'm looking up clips right now, but this Jalen, I like his personality too.
Yeah, a lot.
We got some good ones.
Yeah,
we got some good ones.
No,
for you.
he's got a confidence to him, and look, they're gonna get beaten, and things will change a little bit. But there's a confidence that borderlines. I'm staring at a phrase on our board that says humble cocky. Is there a little of that to him?
There is, because he's different off the court than on the court. Off the court, in the post-game press conference, he was a little reserved, still really confident, but he's not that brash guy that he is on the floor.
It says humble cocky right there. And I've always liked that phrase since I heard it the first time we put it on the board. And it is what it is. All right. If you want to get there, you can. What do you got?
Do you want to hear him?
Yeah.
One of his questions I found. It's really I just really like this kid. Hold on.
Yeah, please. This will be. Well, hold on. That's my favorite. My next favorite part is when Amory always says, "Okay,
what do you think is the biggest thing overall? What are some key points that you can get out of this victory for your team? And it's good. What's good moving forward for you guys too? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we need to rebound better, obviously. And they're plus 17. That's crazy. We need to rebound better. That's really. And shoot. We need to shoot better free throw percentages. Or me. That was me. I missed the most free throws. I didn't want to say
7 out of 10 is what he was.
Damn.
All right.
Positive.
Did you have a feel out there like they just couldn't guard you without getting their hands on? I feel like that every time I get on the court.
There it is. Yeah, Jalen House. You're gonna like him. Yeah, you're gonna like him.
He's so sweet.
It's good. You're gonna like.
Kid.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of personality. Look, Lobo basketball needed a shot in the arm, right? Lobo basketball has been down. Lobo basketball was away last year. There's just so much that we've been through 1,000 times. So to get a shot in the arm, like you can have the new coach come around and do all the media appearances he wants, right, JJ? Mm-hmm. But to go out and get a performance like that, and this is the football equivalent of an exciting offense to me. You know, I don't want to win 24-20. I want to win 45-38. You know what I mean? And that's what I think you saw last night. Now, is one a trend? No, you got a sample size of one, and I'm not ready just to completely jump off the roof and tell you they're going to win a championship yet. But what I do know is that was a shot in the arm, and that was exciting. You've got some athletes out there, and that was a different brand of basketball and a different level of basketball.
Yes, all the above.
And I just think as a shot in the arm, you know, Lobo fan, you've got something to be excited about. And so that's where we are. All right, 505-246-0610. If you want to get in on that, you can. 888-922-0610. You can jump in there as well. You had a signing day, which it's a signing period, in fact, but signing day. 3 student athletes coming in to a couple of our seniors. Well, they're seniors. You got a guard, Donovan Dent from Corona, California, a guard in Brandon Applehans from Blue Springs, Missouri, and a 6'6" swing from San Bernardino named Quentin Webb. All described as 3 stars. You know where I am on recruits, man. When I see them come down the ramp in the pit in a pair of shorts, then I kind of, you know, start paying attention. Their names and numbers to me. I'm not a big recruiting guy, but it feels like they're happy. It feels like they beat out some decent competition to land these guys, and Richard Pitino said he feels pretty good about them, as every coach will always tell you.
Yep, and this is one that the tried and true, we'll see what happens when they walk down the ramp in a pair of basketball shorts.
I got to believe recruiting is going to get better if you have success, right? If the building comes back, you've got a name coach. If you start seeing success, all of a sudden, like how quick of a turnaround can this be? To be fair, I don't want to put pressure on it. I don't want to say they're going to compete for a league championship this year, although I think Lobo fan would love that. By next year, can they compete for a league championship?
Yes,
I think so too.
Like if we're talking of Jalen House, Jamal Mashburn, you got Jethro Muscadine, who is a quality player. You expect to add 1 or 2 even immediate impact transfers to this team. Like that's the life of college basketball now. That's not always what happens in 3 or 4 years. It's what are you doing in 2?
Yeah, you got to turn this thing around quick. I think that's right. All right, you saw you didn't get to see the Aggies. Lobos played last night. You saw them. Aggies have a new style. They have some exciting guards too. Aggies Lobos could be fun.
It could be a lot of fun because it's going to be a Lobo team that wants to get up and down, open the game up versus a New Mexico State team that is going to put up a brick wall and say, all right, deal with this for 40 minutes.
You know, this is the one, well, not the one of the reasons that I really want to see the Lobos and Aggies in the same league. I always have. I always feel that the teams are so different in February than they are when they play in November and December. And I typically feel the Aggies have gotten a lot better. And so often we've seen guys who aren't eligible because of mid-semester transfer rules and all kinds of stuff. And that's not the case this year. But that's one of the reasons. I'd love to see these two teams play those games when they're kind of in their stride as opposed when they're figuring it out. And I think it's always going to be that way now. I think every team early in the season is going to be figuring out who they are. That's why I do think games late in the year mean more. And if I was on a committee, I would weigh them more than I do a game early in the year, which really hurts teams in mid-majors, right? Because that's when you've got to make your mark, right? If the Lobos beat Colorado, and then I hear, well, Colorado's much better now than they were back in November. Well, see my point? But I'd love to see those two teams in the same league and play each other league games later in the year when they're in their stride. Do you disagree? Yeah. Yeah. Because don't you think New Mexico State especially changes so much annually from November to February?
They are different now. They've been much better even early on in a recent run of success with their non-conference schedules. So it hasn't been as big of a difference.
I mean, every team now, I think New Mexico is going to be so much better. This New Mexico team in February, when they're playing together, that was their first game last night, and they look pretty good. They're going to have a game somewhere along the line where you go, whoa, what happened? And it's going to happen here in the next couple of weeks because they're new, they're young, they're just learning to play together. By February, when they got this thing down, I think they're going to look pretty good. But that's part of the way the season is. 8,553 was announced last night. How'd it feel in there?
Felt good. I think there's always high expectations when you walk into the pit, and I think Richard Pitino handled it well after the game. He gave a lot of credit to the fans. He said their energy fueled them in the second half, and he still understands some of the hesitancy with fans and just decisions on coming to indoor events, but he's excited and was pleased with who showed up last night.
Yeah, look, and we'll go back to it, I know, many times. I mean, people are still hesitant. There's still restrictions. Balloon Fiesta was down. The fair was down. Things, low football's down. It's just kind of, we're not out yet. And that's going to be kind of part of what we're dealing with. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. You were going to talk with Jerry Palm coming up at, what time, 8:30? You want to do that at 8:30? Because that kind of when he's expecting us? We'll do it then? Yes. Maybe we'll hear a little bit more. Do we have any Patino from last night, too?
I'm collecting it all.
So A-Marie's working on putting some of that together for you, and we'll get that for you as well. My car is still really fun to drive, by the way. It's really fun to be in. I really still, I've been consciously trying to keep, after the detailing that On the Spot Automotive Detailing did last month, I've really been trying to keep it that way. They came out and detailed my car. Detailed it, not cleaned it. They did. They washed, they waxed, they vacuumed, but they detailed my car. That means every little speck of it, under the engine, under the seats, like it was like a brand new vehicle when they were done. It was that nice to drive, smelled good, looked good, and it still kind of has that sheen to it. All these days and weeks later, this is one of those things. Everybody wants it. Nobody really kind of does it for themselves. If you're looking for a gift for the holidays for that person who buys everything for themselves, On the Spot Automotive Detailing would be an ideal gift. Go to otsdetailing.com and check out what they can do for you. The deal with this is not only are they best in class when it comes to what they do, what their service is, they come to you on the spot, wherever, whenever it's convenient for you. For me, it was at the office. I was busy. I am busy. You're busy. So I'm in the office. They're in the parking lot. I get a text. I go out, and bam, my car looks like it's brand spanking new. Now they offer paint corrections for everything from scratches to asphalt removal to get your car looking like new again. They got a ceramic coating. It's the best way to protect any paint for years and years and years. They apply it by hand, makes it last longer, much more even coating than other companies can offer. Book your appointment by calling 505-859-2859. 505-859-2859, or you can go online to On the Spot Automotive Detailing at www.otsdetailing.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today, 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game.
Auto Care Collision and Repair, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
You're starting to respond on a little basketball last night. Not all of you were all that fired up. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, A. Marie, and Adrienne. Mean Machine sent an email, Jeff at sportsanimalaBQ.com, says, taking a different tone, Jeff, After this past season where OD Lobo fans were jumping down the throat of Mean Machine, you told us we had all these players. You asked where the who's he talking about? OD Lobo fans. Okay, not us. You asked where the playing time is going to come from. Now we got walk-ons on the field. Wow, I'm stepping back this season. I learned the hard way. I don't have a crystal ball that tells me which players are going to quit, suffer a potentially significant injury, or end up in Dickie P's doghouse. So after last night, no hype will be coming from me, Mean Machine. Okay? Let me read that to you again. After this past season, where OD Lobo fans were jumping down the throat of Mean Machine, you told us we had all these players. You asked where the playing time is coming from. Now we got walk-ons on the field. Wow, I'm stepping back this year. You have no walk-ons on this field.
I think that was a reference to last year's basketball team.
Oh, last year? Okay. Was there a lot of people last year just going, man, we got so much talent? I don't really remember last preseason, last early season basketball, to be honest with you. But was that the hype on this thing? It could be.
There's always a little bit of that.
Yeah, all right. That's easy. I'm down with you tapping the brakes and slowing your roll.
Want to hear Patino?
Sure.
Ready? I thought it was a good little segue from that email.
Okay, yeah. Want me to hold on?
Yeah, I want you to hold on.
It's like a TJ job. All right, we'll be back. Hold on. That's how TJ does.
That's my thing. That's
Yeah,
my thing.
That is your thing. It's like, all right, I'll get it for you. Hold on. All right, hold the phone. A-Marie's getting this. Is thank you for the smooth transition. Award-winning radio.
It's always good to win and learn at
That's
the same
Hunter
time,
Green.
right?
It really is. I mean, in the world that we live in today, everything gets so negative when you lose. Twitter, social media, it just
Damn radio
you got to
shows.
keep them really insulated. You get them when they feel good, especially when you score a lot of points. But you know, it's when you have so many new players. It's the first time in school history we started 5 newcomers. Robert was
Right,
telling me.
that's right.
It's just so much uncertainty. I think we have good talent. Do we have that substance yet? That takes a lot of time, but hopefully we can learn from it.
Yeah, that's Richard Pitino talking to Robert and Hunter last night. I think that's fair. I mean, do they have substance yet? We'll see. And that's where I was kind of telling you, I think you get better by February than you are where you are now, right?
Right.
Is that kind of what you heard there?
Right. Emailer.
James is comparing wins. He says, Jeff, when you review the season in March, I'm going to predict we're going to view this win by Lobo basketball as more impressive than the women. I don't think the team the Lady Lobos beat was that great. Okay.
Okay.
That's a thing we have to do.
Compare?
No, we don't. I don't think we ever do that, actually.
You know. When wasn't your win not quite as good to open the season?
Yeah.
Is a win a win?
Well,
No, not when it's Lobo basketball.
Not Lobo
Nope.
basketball. Remember, I'm back. I'm slowly working back into this.
Hey, Marie, we've had mornings
town.
on here. One of the most memorable mornings, and this is probably like 6-7 years ago now, but there was a Lobo victory on the road. It was a win at Fresno State. They won by 4 points, and I thought we were going to have a show talking about how there was a feel good about Lobo basketball. They won on the road, a league game on the road, and the show completely turned negative because they did not win by enough.
Oh, geez.
And that was one of those and that's that morning. JJ still in my mind just is this bright illuminating light that, dang, to your point, all wins are not okay. I don't know what a bad win is, but that felt like a bad win that day, right?
Yes.
Just didn't win by enough on the road.
Didn't win by enough.
Yeah.
And okay, so
yeah, it was a bad day.
FAU is going to be a better team in their conference than Lamar is, so
yeah, good for
okay.
All right. Yeah, we're not comparing. Was it a better win than New Mexico State had over UC Irvine? I mean, what do we do? I know what I saw.
Applicable.
Yeah, a good Big West team against a decent Conference USA team. Yeah, who was better, UC Irvine or FAU? I think that's a fair conversation. But does it matter? You guys both went out and won games. Now go play Colorado next. And then what do they got midweek next week before Montana State? There's a game in there, right? I know there is, right? And then go out and take care of that. But that's where it is. So coming up for Lobo basketball, you will get Colorado on the road, Grambling in the pit on Monday, then Montana State in the pit on Saturday, and Western New Mexico the following Monday before going on Thanksgiving to play in Vegas against UAB. And then that's another Conference USA team who's going American. And then you will get either San Francisco or Towson on Friday following that. So that's what's directly in front of you as you go through this first few weeks of the season. 505-246-0610 if you want to come in on it, 888-922-0610. Good win. I mean, it's really what it comes down to. Good win. And take it, move on, and feel good about it. It's okay. I think Global Fan also is like, oh, can I feel good about it? I mean, is it fool's gold? Was that team that they played really worth a dang? Like because I think you've been stung so much. Elsewhere, Mountain West last night. Wyoming was a 85-47 winner at home over Detroit Mercy. They were up 40-21 at halftime. And in Vegas at the Thomas and Mack, UNLV beat Gardner Webb 64-58. It was 27-24 at halftime. DeMaurian Williams had 21 for Gardner Webb. Royce Ham Jr. led the Rebels with 18 points. So UNLV gets a win over Gardner Webb. 505-246-0610. We'll hear from you when we come back. Jerry Palm to be with us at 8:30 this morning. We'll take a look at college football, maybe get a little basketball in out of him as well. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, A-Marie, Adrian. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you to our veterans, every one of you who has served, every family who has sacrificed. We say thank you today and every day. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Global Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.globalprotectiveservices.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with two-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and JJ Buck.
Ravens and Dolphins start your your Thursday night football tonight. Start your football week on Thursday night here on the Sports Animal. Dalvin Cook responded to the allegations against him yesterday, and a little basketball. 99-92 open the men's basketball season with a victory in University Arena, a.k.a. the Pit. Aka. Next
AKA.
up, they go up to the CU Events Center in Boulder to take on the big bad Buffaloes of the Pac-12. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, A-Marie, and Adrian. Glad you're with us on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Channel. Phone number to get in is 505-246-0610. Rudy, good day, sir.
Good morning. I might have a little bit of a scratchy voice. I had to use it a lot last night for the first time.
You were a little out of yelling shape, huh? How bad were the refs last night?
Well, I told David Hall, David Hall, I didn't miss you at all.
He's your favorite.
I got a laugh from the crowd.
He's your favorite. I know he is. You had Vern Harris last night, David Hall. I mean, you had an all-star crew.
Eric Curry.
Yeah.
They were all back,
Yeah.
Yeah, I reminded Vern about that horrible call he made in the Final Four.
Yeah, I'm sure he responded to you.
It's a love-hate relationship with the referees. We all know that.
Yeah, you love them when the call goes your
way.
way.
You love them when they call for your team. You hate them when they don't.
Yeah, your guys never committed a foul.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we know that, but I don't think it's a fan's job to really do that. That's the way I see it. I'm there for my team, nobody else. But I was really impressed with what they were able to accomplish, given the fact that none of these players had played a D1 basketball game together. And frankly, I thought Florida Atlantic had some nice players. They had some guys that could hit some shots. I can't remember 11's name, but that guy was drilling them. And another of their guys had a really nice turnaround jump shot.
Yeah.
They had some length and size in the post. So that's a good first test. And I appreciate what Richard Pitino said after the game. And he was absolutely correct. Lobo basketball is very important to this community. And when it's good, the community's good. And they understand that's their challenge, and so they've gone about it. And, I don't want to say too much, but Jalen House reminded me a lot of a little guy named Greg Brown.
Ooh, there you go.
Greg could create a shot. I'll never forget when he lit BYU up for 34 points in the Pit, and the Reed brothers said, "Oh, he'll never do that to us up in Provo." No, they were right. He scored 35. So if you can back up your talk, then go ahead and talk. And that House kid, why would Bobby Hurley run him off at Arizona State? I for the life of me can't figure that out. But their loss is our gain. And Mash is going to be a good player. He just forced his shot too much last night. Once he hit that first three-point shot and saw the ball go in, he was a different player. He's a good defender. He's very tough. He's very athletic, and I think he can make tough shots. So if he stays the course, Tovar impressed me. That's the transfer from TCU, I believe, correct?
No, that's turned Todd.
Okay. Todd had a couple of moments, but I thought Tovar looked pretty good. The guy's got some length. And
Tovar was terrific.
They what they have to do, obviously, is pay attention to rebounding. We got killed on the boards, and that's what kept Florida Atlantic in the game. But it's a good win, and it's a good start, and I'd rather be 1-0 than 0-1.
Hear, hear.
And it really helped bring the Pitt back. And I think towards the end of the game, Jeff Grammer was right, and all of a sudden people started realizing, yes, we are fans that can affect the game. And that's the magic of the Pit, and it's always been. And it doesn't hurt that you're at altitude, and I think after a while Florida Atlantic just flat wore down. The coach was aware of that. He tried to substitute, but he couldn't. Yeah. So that's my little take on men's basketball. Now, women's, I hadn't said anything, but, I was pretty impressed the other night. They got those 5 super seniors, but this Anaya Ogman, Stacey Ogman's niece, I believe, number 12, she was all over the court. She's going to be something special. She can play basketball. And you look at the recruits that they brought in, and, all of a sudden, women's basketball in New Mexico at the high school level is drawing some interest, isn't it?
They got a number of local signings yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, and the one I'm really excited about is Hannah Robbins, because I've been friends with Rob forever, and he says that she can shoot better than him. And if that's true,
she's true.
That's pretty good.
All right, man, go get your voice in shape. You're going to need it next week.
Absolutely, and on to Colorado. Let's see what happens.
See you tonight.
Take care.
Later. All right, let me redo this one. I want to be very careful that we're not. I hope we're not going over the top on this. And let me be very, very clear where I am, and I'll let you clarify before we take the next call. That's a good start. I'm not ready to tell you they're winning a league championship. I'm not telling you they're great. I'm telling you that was a really good start, and that was a different feel. Because Tella said, "Whoa, Jeff, whoa." Remember last year against Rice? Look how good Lobo basketball is. They went on the road by double digits against a club that was 4-0 after only getting a handful of practices and no more season because the governor didn't want them to play. My favorite player, Malawach, looked like an All-American. I learned the hard way not to go crazy after one game. I hope I'm not going crazy on this. I like the way they look. I'm telling you, I think there's potential. I'm telling you, yes, I think it looked different.
There has not been a player like Jalen House on this team in 20 years. There's been Kendall Williams. There's been Tony Snell. There's been no player like Jalen House. There was no player in the Paul Wirt era anywhere near House from Ashburn. Okay. None. And so this team's going to be competitive. I still, and I'll say it again, I think 4 or 5 could be their ceiling. Colorado State is a lot better than them. San Diego State is better. Nevada is better right now. Boise State should be better. But then everyone else, the Lobos, are in that mix.
Colorado State?
They're not winning. Huh?
Colorado State, did you say?
Yes, they're the best team in the Mountain West. Okay. The Lobos are not winning the Mountain West Conference, but this is not going to be a team that you watch like you did last year. And even if you take out last year, the year before, where you're questioning what is going on, where's the talent? They have 2 dudes that could play on any team in this conference, and that's going to keep them competitive.
Manny, good morning. Thanks for holding. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Hi, Manny. Hello, Manny. Okay, Manny.
Hi, Manny.
All right, thanks, Manny. Manny, you can call back if you want, 505-246-0610. Look, again, to tell us, you're right, and I think Lobo fan has every right to be cautious because you're not wrong. Last year they beat Rice. We watched it on a stream from wherever they played. Maybe it was at Rice. And we said, wow, they look good. This guy looked good. Malawach looked good. To me, I'm giving you my opinion. It's what I'm paid to do. To me, they look different. There's a different level of talent. There's a different level of play. I'm not ready to go all in after one game, but I'm certainly willing to dip my toe in. I'm certainly willing to watch this with a different feel, and I'm looking forward to being in Boulder on Saturday, watching this team go up and watching them in person against a Pac-12 team that's pretty good. And I think they can be competitive with them. And what do you think they'll open up as? About 8.5-point dog? 7.5-point dog?
Sounds about right.
All right. And we'll see. And what kind of respect? They were an underdog yesterday. What kind of respect will they get? This will be interesting. It's going to be a fun watch. It's going to be a fun ride. But no, I'm not ready to just jump off the edge yet. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610 emails, jeff@sportsanimallabq.com, jj@sportsanimallabq.com. Text line says, FAU is a good up-and-coming program. UNM fans who have a problem with the way they won last night need to cut the crap and shut up. I don't know that anybody has a problem with the way they won. Are you hearing that?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I don't think that's what it is. I think people are saying, I'm just a little cautious about just jumping all in and saying, oh, yeah, they're going to be great, because people have been burned. And look, I get it, right? We all sat through whatever we sat through the last few years. I got that. What do you think? What do you think happens in Colorado? Have you thought that far ahead?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I'll start thinking that far ahead
for
you right now.
Yeah. And I've been diving into that a little bit and making my charts, and I watch Colorado. I think they can play. Colorado's got a really nice backcourt, and they got some size up front. My concern is they can match you in the backcourt. You're going to score. This is going to be and look, FAU had a good front court too. What can Muscadine do up front? What kind of game now does a guy like Jalen Tovar have against a next like better athlete across the court? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right, so that's where I am. All right, 246-0610. Jerry Palm coming up at 8:30 this morning. Don't refer to it as the bottom of the hour, or you can if you'd like. That would be the bottom of the hour is the 30 mark. 8:30 is when we'll talk with Jerry Palm. Suggesting strongly you check out All In Autographs. Why? Because the place is fantastic. Because I've been over there a number of times. Because I think so highly of the place that I brought a New Mexico Bowl executive board event over there, and all the people that came over said, man, it's even better than you tell me it is. Yeah, it's that good. It's Albuquerque's premier sports collectible and memorabilia shop. It is signed memorabilia, sports, music, history, stuff that you can't find anywhere else. If you're looking for a gift, you'll find something there, and you're going to find something that you want. And in that vein, they're having their red and green sale. So right now, selected items throughout the store have been marked with green and red stickers. Those items are on sale, 20 to 40% off. Every framed jersey in the store right now, 20% off until the end of the year. And there's a bunch of them. Plus, you go in there and you tell them, I told you about it. You say, I heard it on the radio. I heard it from Jeff. I heard it on the opening drive. You get $50 off a $200 item or more, an item of $200 or more. You can use my code Jeff959 or just say I heard it from Jeff. They're also holding a JSA event coming up this month, November 20th and 21st. That's next weekend. So you bring in an item that you want to have valued by the 18th, and then you'll know what it's worth by James Spence Authentications. Go check them out. AllInAutographs.com is the website. Go to allinautographs.com and look at them. 505-504-7575 is how to get a hold of them on the phone. And just go see them at 2225 Wyoming Northeast, just south of Manal in the Hoffman Town Center.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face.
All right, Ravens and Dolphins tonight. You can go NFL if you'd like. Signing day yesterday. Baseball free agency's underway. Russell Westbrook with a triple-double. Lakers beat the Heat last night. Overtime in the Staples, 120-117. Tyler, you're my hero. Missed a couple of threes in the last 9 seconds as L.A. gets a victory over Miami. Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. How do you keep up on everything now? So you're at the Pit last night. You got a Pit game tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. I did not. So I wasn't at the Pit last night. Wednesdays are just, I told you, Maria, Wednesdays are just a tough one for me with, parenting. And so I did watch the whole game. And listen to Robert and Hunter, and they had a great call last night. By the way, they were really winning's fun. Winning's fun.
It's nice.
Don't you like?
It is.
I mean, you've done nothing. Your one season is a play-by-play voice. You won a championship, so you're 1 for 1. Like nobody does that. You're 1,000%.
Back to back on the pitch.
Yeah, back to back on the pitch. You're just the championship. Yeah, you're kind of the voice of champions. You are the voice of champions.
That on my business card.
J.J. Buck, the voice of champions. So it was fun. All right,
I do like this from Anthony Davis last night.
Yeah.
So that was a fun game down the stretch. Jimmy Butler gets hurt early. Tyler Hero steps up, going back and forth. The Heat are going to be kicking themselves.
Talk about Lakers Heat last night.
Did throw that game away late in the fourth quarter. But Anthony Davis on Westbrook after the game said, quote, "We had a conversation about what he wants to see from us so we can help him cut down the turnovers. We talked about it, and it showed tonight." And then Anthony Davis looks down at the box score, and he said, "I say that," and he got 8. But at least it wasn't, well, he had a triple-double, not a quadruple-double.
Sorry.
It's funny.
Like last night was the example of what you're going to get out of Russell Westbrook. It's when LeBron is down. It's a Wednesday night game. He's going to go all out. I don't think this is going to be the perfect fit. They're going to make it work because it's LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Because it was also evident in the final possession of the fourth quarter. It was a tie game, and Russell Westbrook settles for a 3, and you're pulling your hair out, going, "Stop shooting the basketball. You can't shoot, dude. You played this much basketball, and you do things like this."
He scores.
But when he gets inside and does that little turnaround, he can hit some shots, as he did to tie the game and keep him in it late in the contest. But those are the moments you get. It's frustrating, Russ. It ain't going to change. He's going to play 110 miles per hour in a regular season game for you. They're going to need that time so the Lakers to get to the postseason.
Yeah, they will. And they're going to be fine. And they're doing this without LeBron right now. And Russ got another triple-double last night. Messed around. See what happens.
It wasn't a quadruple-double.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a quadruple-double. Is 100% right.
That's so funny.
Yeah. No, it was good. All right, you want me to read you a random email?
Yeah, I like the random.
This one's from Maurice. He's talking about New Mexico United.
Okay.
JJ, and it says, when it all went south. Did it go south for United? It's
people that
like
are
right
not,
now,
like on board with United will say yes because they'll say, well, your stadium got voted down, and you let your coach go,
and you missed the playoffs.
So
you missed the playoffs. Your stadium got voted down, and you let your coach go. You parted ways with your coach. How about that? Whichever you want it to be. Don't call it minor league soccer. So Jeff, he says, this is from Maurice. When did ABQ sour on United? I don't know that they did, by the way, but okay. He says that first season was magical. They made a midseason run at the Cup. They were doing it with local players. La Plaza was packed. I think things changed in 2020 when the governor was less vindictive against them than everyone else. They were able to come and go from the state without having to quarantine. Other businesses, sports teams, even citizens were not able to do that. They were able to practice when my local playground took down their basketball rims and put up crime scene tape warning people to stay out or risk the governor sending her goons. Did that preferential treatment rub folks the wrong way? It's from Maurice. I guess I would answer, well, obviously it did. my answer, well, it sure as hell rubbed Maurice the wrong way. I don't know that that's overwhelming. Do you feel so? Do you feel a sway? So I will tell you, I feel there's less of a surge of popularity for United. Less of a now winning. What do we always say? If they were in the playoffs, there would have been and United's in the playoffs, right? I don't feel that. I don't know. What do you feel?
I think with the stadium issue this year, it brought out a lot of people that were just kind of like whatever. Like if that's your thing, cool.
Yeah.
Not mine, but the stadium brought out a lot of people talking negative against New Mexico United. That wouldn't be saying anything had there not been a stadium.
I wouldn't have said anything. Period. Yeah, it would have been that's fine. Let them play their game.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot to that. It became divisive. When Peter was here, I asked him everything that they say that they're not trying to be. I think the stadium issue wasn't unifying. It was divisive. And was it necessarily United's fault? I don't know that I think that's right. I think a lot of external forces around United, and a lot of it came from, and you talked about this, the way some of their fan base was, right? It's straight up with us. Well, then don't come to the game. If you're not straight up 100% for the stadium, then we were the reason, we were the problem. All we do is ask questions. We were told, straight up, man, don't come to the game. You better not show up. So I don't know. It's just a random email from Maurice, but it's interesting because I have heard, and again, I told you this, I don't have a lot of people who are close to me that I would consider United fans. Okay, and that doesn't mean they're not there. It's just the world in which I move every day. Right? It's and there are people with this stadium issue that I felt kind of did sway with the way Maurice is saying.
Yeah, because it came something that you cared about. If you didn't watch United, you heard they won 3-1, doing some soccer talk. All right, get through that, move on. But this became something that it affected everyone, whether you were a soccer fan or not. Going, the city I live in wants to do what with bond money, and where are they going to put it, and what's going to happen? And so it brought out a lot of people that could have just been, just on the fence, take it or leave it. And they had an opinion, yes or no, and they made that opinion heard.
Yeah, it's interesting. All right. Marty, good morning. How you doing?
Hey, guys. I was always of the belief that $50 million is that might get you a parking lot nowadays, construction costs. So I never took. I think JJ, you said it best. That was a way to see if they can get extra money. I don't think that was such a bad thing. If you get it, you get it. I just don't think $50 million is going to get you much of a stadium. It's going to get you maybe a high school-looking stadium, not a semi-pro-looking stadium. I would venture more like $200 million in today's construction prices is going to get you what fans expect. That's just the reality of it. I still think there's a lot of 1990s guys that are stuck and just don't buy soccer. That's okay. That's your choice.
Well, that doesn't mean you're a 1990s guy. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. I think there's plenty of modern day people who don't like football.
Them. I mean, I hear the callers, that's great, baseball and all that. I'm a baseball fan, but sometimes at some point you got to evolve, and it's your choice. I'm not saying but even sports guy, even media guy is still suppressing soccer in 2021. And I think a lot of it is because you're not willing to educate yourself about it.
Is it all right if you educate yourself and don't like it?
Choice.
Yeah, but what if you? I mean, if you try it, it's not your thing. I mean, there's plenty of people who don't like baseball. Plenty of people. My mom won't watch football. She. I mean, I don't know if that makes her old or young or whatever. She's tried it. She didn't like it. I know plenty of people who just like, dude, I just don't do baseball. It's too slow. I mean, you can try it and don't like it. That doesn't mean you're not evolved. It means that's not your thing.
But I think those are the guys that vote, right? So I think that's the guy that votes. That's that guy, that girl. I think that's why it got shot down, because at the end of the day, the folks that do like soccer, the younger, they probably don't vote, historically don't vote. So I had a feeling it was going to get shot down from that standpoint. I'm not a big UFC guy. I mean, I don't, even though we have a lot of great fighters here. And the reason why I don't like UFC, it's such a big show. And to me, Dana White makes all the money. And to me, I'm like, why isn't that a bigger story? I think Usman earned like $500,000. Canelo got $40 million.
Yeah, where's all the money go? Fair.
Yeah, so to me, why is that not a story? And that's why I don't support the UFC from that standpoint, because I'm like, it's kind of silly, man. You take a butt whooping, and this guy's making all the money, and nobody has a problem with that.
Sounds like a pimp.
But I think eventually, I think the owner, JJ, you said it best. He was just trying to get some money. Why not? But I think he should go the route of the private way, and I think, like, again, 200, 250, that's what's going to get you a decent sized stadium. But $50 million, no, not really.
All right, it's good. Thanks, Marty. Remember back in July, the initial it came out, it was favored to pass, and it failed big on election time. Now where do you look at, right? I mean, the mayor's office certainly refused to give details. There weren't a lot of details, but remember how this thing swung. I mean, initially it was the initial polls were in favor of it, and it swung. All right, we can continue this. We got a break. Jerry Palm's coming up next from CBS Sports on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From Laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened?
Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Car Crafters is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke.
3 weeks left in the regular season for college football. It's insane. 3 weeks left. And you know basketball started. Lobos win last night in the pit, 99-92 over FAU. We'll be in Boulder for hoops on Saturday. But let's talk some college football. New college football rankings, college football playoff rankings are out. And a mix-up at the top because Jerry Palm's Boilermakers were Spoilermakers and beat Michigan State. And, well, everything goes up in the air. And And I just let's play it out for Jerry. Hello, Jerry. Hello, Jerry. How are you?
All right. How are you?
That's for you. Is that?
Oh, thank you.
Do you recognize the song?
Oh yeah, I had to sing it. That's what I was saying. Play it a lot when I was at Purdue.
Figured you might be able to play it. That's all for you. Go ahead and gloat. I mean, the big win by the Boilers. Go ahead and gloat a little.
Yeah, it was great. The offense, really took advantage of Michigan State's weakness, which is pass defense, and Aiden O'Connell had 536 yards passing, which is third most in school history and fifth most in Big Ten history. Pretty special day for him, and a great performance all around. And Purdue is now 2 for 2, knocking off top 5 opponents so far this season. But they get the king of that group, Ohio State, on the road this week. And if they do it again, it's funny. Purdue could win all 3 of these games, beat 3 top 5 teams, and still not win the division because they don't have any of the tiebreakers because they lost to Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Can Purdue beat Ohio State this week?
They can, yes. I don't consider it likely. They have so many offensive weapons. Purdue's if they're going to win, it's probably going to be a shootout kind of game. But Purdue's defense has played really well this season. Underrated because that's not what you think of when you think of Purdue. But if they can turn them over a little bit, then Purdue's got a shot. But they have to take care of the ball themselves.
Jerry, you and I have been doing this weekly segment, I want to say for 15 years, back when we were at the old place doing the afternoon show. I do believe in 15 years this is the first week that both your alma mater and my alma mater's football teams are in the top 25, coming in at 19 and 22.
Well, yeah, I mean, Purdue hasn't been in the college football playoff rankings ever. So that goes back to 2014.
Right, that's why I had to qualify
into
that.
A poll at one point. I mean, they were in the poll after they beat Iowa. They were 25th and then lost the next week and dropped right back out. But yeah, we haven't spent a lot of time in the rankings in the last 10 years or so.
I'm just saying.
So it's nice. It's nice. The first couple of years of Jeff Brom, I think we cracked top 25 of the polls, but have never been in the college football playoff rankings.
Purdue and San Diego State both being in the rankings may have never happened, and this is monumental
that's
for
possible.
us. Jerry Palm from CBSSports.com is with us.
Jerry, as we know, and you remind us every week, these things change. That's what they're built to do. It's the next game on the schedule. So let's look at one of those games that could change things. Let's go to the Big 12. Oklahoma and Baylor. What do you think of that contest?
Yeah, Oklahoma coming off an off week, so an extra week to prepare for Baylor. Baylor had a tough week last week, so they didn't fall too far in the rankings because the committee respected the head-to-head result with BYU. In fact, they did that with everybody except Michigan State. But Oklahoma, I think when you change quarterbacks, just a couple of weeks ago, it's nice to have that extra week to just give him another week of first-team reps before he goes out and play a very good team and a really loaded back end of their schedule. So I think it bodes well for Oklahoma. The game is at Baylor, though, is it not?
It is.
So that'll be an advantage for Baylor. I think it should be a pretty good game, but I like Oklahoma to win, and I think it'll be a reasonably comfortable win.
And, Jerry, when you look at the outside of Georgia and Alabama, you can all assume, all right, those teams are really good. When you're looking at an Oregon, Ohio State, Cincinnati, Michigan State right now, who do you like? Who do you think comes through that a team like, hey, I can trust them?
Nobody. I don't even trust Alabama. They barely beat LSU. They ran for 6 yards. 6 yards. I run farther than that to get a cup of coffee in the morning. I mean, how does Alabama get held to 6 yards rushing? They've been recording stats like that since 1940 at Alabama, and that's the worst it's ever been, tied for worst. I don't understand. So no, I don't trust Alabama either. Bad performance against LSU, bad performance against Florida, lost to A&M. They don't look as invincible as the name on the front of their jersey. But I don't trust Ohio State. I don't trust Oregon. I don't trust Michigan State. I don't trust Cincinnati. They're lucky not to lose last week. I don't trust anybody.
How does Cincinnati get in? I think the path is Oregon loses or Ohio State loses, but then does Oklahoma jump them? Are they set up to get in with a loss, or are they set up to be kept out?
No, they're definitely not. they're definitely not getting in with a loss.
No. Somebody else has lost. Somebody else has lost, not
Oh,
theirs.
it's going to take multiple somebody else's losing. But you got to keep in mind, Cincinnati only has to get to 4, right? So the best case scenario for them is Georgia wins out, Oklahoma wins out. That's 2, and it takes care of everybody else in those leagues. And then maybe somebody beats Oregon or somebody beats Ohio State. You could end up with a Big Ten champion that has multiple losses, and then they're out. Or, if Oregon gets beat, they're out. But Cincinnati's got to be in a – they're not going to finish ahead of a one-loss SEC team. They're not going to finish ahead of a one-loss Big Ten team. They're not going to finish ahead of an undefeated Oklahoma, and they may not finish ahead of 12-1 Oregon. So, that's your list of teams. But they also need to just start playing better because they can win out. But if they're playing the way they are the last 3 weeks, the committee's not going to put them in the playoffs. I don't care who's there.
Did you see the news this morning? UConn hired Jim Mora.
I did see that. Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting.
Why did Jim Mora want to do that to himself?
That's a hard rebuild as an independent for a guy who's been out for 10 years.
Yeah, and they're joining a conference, aren't they?
I don't know that they are. Now, look, I heard yesterday that Middle Tennessee and Western Kentucky are staying in Conference USA, where New Mexico State now is going to reside, which I think it fits them better, and it obviously solidifies Conference USA as a Division I league now. But I don't know why they would do that. Now, there's been talk about having them join as a football only.
Yeah, I thought that's what I thought I had heard was that UConn was going to join Conference USA football only. But I don't know for sure if that's.
But now that they're at 9, they don't need it. Like honestly, for football, 9's the perfect number because you play everybody and you get 4 non-conference games.
Right. If UConn doesn't join a conference, they might as well go down to Division II. They have no business playing, or FCS. I mean, they have no business playing FBS football at UConn as an independent.
Yeah, Jim Moore is an interesting hire. All right, Jerry Palm's with us just a few more minutes, CBSSports.com. 51.5-point spread. Have you seen a 51.5-point spread in college football? I mean, that's as big as I've seen. New Mexico State's going to Tuscaloosa, 51.5.
Yeah, no, you rarely see numbers that big. And Alabama will cover it because they ran for 6 yards last week and played like complete crap against LSU, and they are not going to do that again.
Well, not against this
Nick Saban
team.
is going to have their attention this week, and they may score 51 by halftime.
Yeah, last time these two teams played, JJ looked it up. It was 62-3, and I think
62-10.
62-10.
Yeah.
Oh, 62-10. So that was 51 points.
That would still cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. New Mexico is probably
Mexico
not
State.
getting 10.
Yeah.
They're not either.
You can put them both out there at 22
Yeah,
on
put
11.
both out there. They're not getting 10 points.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Obviously, New Mexico State. Sorry about that. But
Nevada.
Yeah, they're not.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
They picked a bad time to schedule Alabama.
Well, they go to Kentucky next week too.
Yeah, they'll do better than 51-point spread against Kentucky. But no, it's going to be ugly for New Mexico State. Just get out of there in one piece and take your check.
Well, Jerry, another team that's looming, waiting for some chaos to happen in front of them. Oklahoma State, of course, they'll have that game at the end of the year against Oklahoma. What do you think of the Oklahoma State squad?
Yeah, well, they're, I think, pretty good defensive team in particular. They're going to have, they're sitting there, 8-1 now, and they've got, like you said, they got Oklahoma ahead of them, and they probably have to beat them twice. But if they do that, if they finish 12-1, they've got a strong case for the college football playoff. And they're not going to finish ahead of the teams in the current top 4, although if Alabama loses, they'll finish ahead of them. But Oregon and Ohio State at 12-1 would finish ahead of Oklahoma State. But the 12-1 Oklahoma State definitely has a case for the college football playoff, and I'm sure they'd finish ahead of Cincinnati.
Yeah. Did you get any basketball in this week? Did you watch Champions? Did you get started with that?
I watched a little bit of the Duke-Kentucky game, but that was Tuesday, and so that's kind of wrapped up in the rankings for me.
Yeah.
And I watched some of the Purdue-Bellarmine game, so I got to watch some, but I didn't get to watch as much as I might have liked.
We'll get there. All right, enjoy the weekend. We'll catch up with you next week. Always appreciate the conversation. His Twitter handle is at JPPalmCBS. Read him every day over on CBSSports.com. Be well, Jerry. Talk to you next week.
All right, thanks. Take
See
care.
ya. Jerry Palm, CBSSports.com on the opening drive.
Did you know that doctors use Mucinex? That's right. Mucinex is the number.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today, 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your
The Sports Animal.
So that's the interesting news this morning. UConn, the University of Connecticut, hired former UCLA coach, former NFL coach Jim Mora to be their next football coach. It's a 5-year deal. He makes $1.5 million in the first season, could get up to $200,000 in bonuses and incentives. He'll start the end of this month. He'll be an assistant coach the rest of this season and allow him to recruit. He says the program's loaded with potential. I look forward to getting to know the student athletes. He's 59 years old. The final season at UCLA was 2017. He wasn't bad at UCLA. He was 46-30. He was fired at UCLA when they hired Chip Kelly, and now he's going the independent route with UConn. This is an interesting move. I mean, it's a challenge. If you can win there, how do you win now as an independent? Basically, it's you and Army and BYU, or not even BYU. It's you and Army and Notre Dame, right? Anybody else?
You can't. And that's why ultimately when Conference USA was able to keep Middle Tennessee
and
Western Kentucky, they announced they're staying. That changed everything for that conference. When it came out saying, oh, there's 3 of us left, and then you're adding, that's just what my hesitation was initially. Like, is this going to end up being
100%
a good move? The answer is yes, because they kept the conference together. They added teams to get it to 9. It's impossible. Jim Mora is going to not win any games and flame out as UConn.
But he'll make $1.5 million a year.
Making money, which is good for him, but it was the path that New Mexico State was staring at. And we can't keep doing this for much longer without a conference.
You touched on some news that I think is pretty big for New Mexico State. So the MAC was looking at adding Western Kentucky and Middle Tennessee. And Middle Tennessee and Western Kentucky were looking at the MAC. And when it was all said and done, both teams said, yeah, we're good. Or both parties said we're good. The MAC and their Commissioner John Steinbrecher came out and said, following an evaluation by the membership, it's been determined that our best interests are served by staying at 12. Okay. And the school said, actually, after looking around, we realize our focus is staying here. Okay. whoever wanted the other or didn't want the other or whatever, this is a big deal for, I think, New Mexico State and Conference USA. Oh, big deal, Jeff. Western Kentucky, Middle Tennessee. Well, two actually relatively decent football programs. Western Kentucky is a really good basketball program. And it solidifies your league at 9 teams. And by the way, 9 I think is perfect for football.
Good football number.
It's and so I think that was an under the radar, really good news for New Mexico State yesterday. I will reset at the top. Global basketball wins 99-92 over FAU. Want your calls, your reaction. You can continue that United conversation as well. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect.
Then the usual morning lineup. 7 o'clock in the morning. 7 a.m. Where have you been? 7 a.m. Where is your brother?
Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with two-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and JJ Buck.
You get the lip sync karaoke version on the ProView Networks if you're watching the show. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Adrian's producing on the TV side. A. Marie will answer your phone calls and produce on the radio here at 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Animal. The morning after a Lobo season opening men's basketball victory in the Pit, 99-92 against FAU. Lobos entered the game as a 1.5 underdog with a brand new team, 5 new starters, dudes you may have never seen of and maybe even never heard of before. But I think now you know who Jalen House is. You will soon know all about Jay Allen Tovar and Jamal Mashburn Jr. and the rest of these guys. Jethro Muscadine. Big victory for the Lobos. 505-246-0610. Tap the brakes. I understand. It's one win, and it's a season opening victory. But I will tell you the difference in just the eye test I thought was tremendous. The talent, the speed, the skill, it felt different. And by the way, the Pit felt good last night. You didn't even have to be in it to feel it. You were there, 8,500 people. And JJ, they said it was 620 days since the last game there, but it had been a lot longer since it felt like that.
Yes. Especially for the men's team to have just a good feeling. You don't get it a lot. It's okay to be happy. Too many times people want to look at the negative so they're not hurt at the end. Yep. Like, slow down, reacting to last night. I'm not saying they're winning the Mountain West Conference. It's not going to the NCAA tournament this season. This team is not going to be last year's team. This isn't going to be the team that we saw even under Paul Weir. Like, Jalen House, Jamal Mashburn are those dudes. And when you look at this team moving forward, they're going to be competitive. They're going to be exciting. And that's a great step in year one for Richard Pitino.
Mud, how you feeling about the whole thing? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Oh, I feel wonderful, man. I didn't get to go to the game, but I did watch it on the internet.
Yeah.
What an impressive showing of the art of basketball, man. I mean, shoot, I've never seen, like JJ said, I've never seen a guard that New Mexico has ever had. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that old with Petey Gibson or whatever, but I mean, the style of play that House does is tremendous, man. I'm looking forward to all his years here. Mashburn, oh man, we got a good. I think we got a good team, man. I mean, it's all around. It's good. It's going to get better. I know that we're not going to be playing Duke or anything like that and beating them. I'm just saying that we're competitive. And to all those Aggie fans that called yesterday and blah, 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 Lobos are going to lose. What's the honeymoon for Coach Pitino and this and that? I'm going to go out on a limb, and we're going to beat the Aggies in both buildings this year.
There you go. All right.
So Go Lobos. You guys have a wonderful weekend, afternoon, whatever. And, yeah, man, I'm happy.
Whatever.
We'll call it Thursday, but all right, Mud.
I guess it's like a holiday for some
Good to
people.
hear you. It is. It's Veterans Day. And by the way, happy Veterans Day. And I know I speak for all of us when I say thank you for all of you who have served, all the families for your sacrifice, not just today. And I'm glad there is a day to recognize, but hopefully every day you feel the appreciation, the love, and the recognition. And thank you to all of our veterans. Happy Thursday, Saturday, weekend, whatever the hell it is. I'm down with that. All right, Lobo fan, come on in, 505-246-0610. That's how you get to us today, 888-922-0610. Emails, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com, JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. The texter's already got NBA prediction. Bucks 4-2 over the Warriors in the finals. Okay. And he's
Wait, what?
Yeah, whatever. And he's got go Purdue beat Ohio State. Look, Purdue, do you give him I give him a chance against Ohio State this weekend. I don't think
You
Ohio
have
State's been a world beater.
Purdue doesn't make any sense.
None.
So you have to give them a chance. I think Ohio State beats them because I think Ohio State is a much more complete offense than you saw out of Michigan State. So if it does get into kind of a high-scoring contest, Ohio State gets the job done.
Okay. And if you're going to ask me to pick a winner, I'm going to pick them too. But
It's not impossible.
I want to give them a chance. All right, I got emails. Pace is the key. This is football. Carl says, I think it'll be difficult for Lobo football to beat Fresno State in the 30s or 40s. Gonzalez needs to keep the fractions 14-ish at halftime, 20 at three-quarter pole, and 27-28 winning final for Lobo football to have a chance. How are they scoring 27 points? Did I tell you this? They've scored 57 points since – was A&M the third game of the season or fourth game of the season? Third. The second game, the third game. So since after New Mexico State, they've scored 47 points, games 3 through 8. 3 through 9. That's from Texas A&M through UTEP. They're averaging 8.14 points per game. This is my concern about Lobo football. You want to tell me they're going to win 28-27? All right. How are they scoring 28 points? Do you have the same concern I do?
I do have that same concern.
Like I want to believe, yeah, they're going to run the ball down their throats and they're going to score, and Isaiah Chavez is going to. They scored 50, I think it was 57 points in the last 7 games. That scares the bleep out of me.
Yeah.
And that's when there's these spreads come out and you're like, oh, it's too much. And I've been telling you, my concern is how they're going to score. That's all. How are they going to score? And I want to believe
their defense.
Okay, well, that's how they scored against San Diego State, by the way.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
So okay, to your point, was the San Diego State game and
Forced
then
turnovers?
What was the game right after San Diego State? They scored a non-offensive touchdown, right?
Yeah, they had a punt return.
The punt return, Wysong. So out of that 57 points, 14 of them have been non-offensive. So that knocks you down to 43 points your offense has scored in the last 7 games. Make you feel better? Hardly, right?
Hardly.
That's my concern, you guys. Look, I'm not looking to bash on anybody. I'm just telling you reality. I'm just giving you numbers. And so, Carl, if you tell me they're going to win 28-27, like I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. How they scoring 28?
See that silence? It's because no one has an answer.
We're the experts here.
And that wasn't even A-Marie saying, hold on.
No. No. That's no.
I just that's so I really appreciate the optimism. I love it. I want to see it. But where are they scoring from? Dan says Jeffrey Ianamaria, Fresno State has been a rough team to figure. They've looked great at times and very mediocre at others. Does Lobo football get blued out of Bulldog built, or do they get the Central California guys on an off night and keep this game close? Look, Fresno State just got run out by Boise State last week. Fresno State was in the college football playoff rankings a week ago. Boise State went in there, and they sold that place out last week, by the way. Like they were so pumped about this, and they were going to win a Western Division championship and play for a Mountain West championship. And now they've got to rely on whether Nevada or San Diego State to lose twice. They need them both to lose twice, right? Probably not going to happen. They probably took themselves right out of. Well, San Diego State's already lost once, so if San Diego State loses to Nevada, Nevada would have to lose again. I mean, they're probably not playing for a championship. You're probably looking right now at Utah State against the winner of the Nevada-San Diego State game in the Mountain West Championship game, right?
We are.
But do you catch these guys on an off night? A, you beat them last year, and B, Boise State just got their attention. Like I don't think you're catching these guys on an off night. Do you?
No.
And by the way, their quarterback is really good.
I think this is going to turn out like this 45-10 type of game.
Is that what you're thinking? 40.
Now, to the emailer's point, they keep it close.
Yep.
Don't allow Fresno State to run away from them early.
Yep.
All right. At least it will look better.
What time's that game? 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
All right, so that game will be on News Radio KQB. Are you going to sit here and watch both? Like, what do you do? You dial one up on the
yes,
on the computer and one up on. Oh, they're both. One's on Stadium, one's on Pac-12 Network. Mm-hmm. Tip: I watched the Colorado State game on the Pac-12 Network online the other day, and there was no paywall. I went to not the Colorado State game, the Colorado-Montana State game. Went to Colorado's homepage for their athletics. It said watch. I clicked on watch, and it put me right through the Pac-12. You know who was calling it? It was Drew Goodman and Fran Fraschilla.
Oh, hey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But so just a tip, if you want to watch the game, try that. There was no paywall to watch the Pac-12 Network if you don't get it. If you have DirecTV, you don't get Pac-12 Network. It's just not there. But that's how I saw the Colorado-Montana State game through the Colorado website. Of course, you can listen to it. I'll have the call with Hunter Green right here on The Sports Animal. But if you want to watch it just for you, there's a little pro tip.
Can't wait to hear you.
All right, I'll be there. You going to listen?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I always try to support.
I appreciate that. I know you do. You are 100% supportive. I actually really, really appreciate that. That's why I need to get out to one of your Wednesday night shows. They're always on Wednesday.
I'm trying to create more shows here.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear some Aaron Rodgers jokes. And
Yep.
I hear
Oh, don't worry. I got one for you today. I'm just waiting to talk to the boss.
All right. Make sure you got to run it by him first.
Well, I was thinking I need to approve my stand-up for the radio.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
No, I kind of do.
Don't want to get canceled.
No. You and Aaron Rodgers. I ask people all
Don't
the
want to
time.
get fined.
I know. No, but here's how
Don't want to lose
fined.
this job.
No, I don't want you to lose this job either. How you feeling, guys? You feeling all right? How you living? Hopefully you're living well like you want to, but if you're not feeling well, you're sluggish, a little tired too often, maybe put on a few extra pounds, dealing with erectile dysfunction, may I strongly suggest NuMale? NuMale is a men's health clinic that's here in Albuquerque. It's been helping men all over the country deal with these 100% natural things for years. NuMale's industry-leading testosterone replacement has been feeling like themselves again. Call NuMale at 505-652-1688 or visit NuMale, that's NuMale.com. Guys all over the country are dealing with this. Fellas, here's the real part of this is the results. The results are real. They're with you the whole way. From the beginning, when you go in for your first appointment, all the way through the treatment. But the bottom line is the results. It works and men feel better. You got nothing to lose. You got a whole lot to gain. Make a call. 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688 or visit NuMale.com and feel better.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner-operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Sports Animal.
Lobos are winners last night. Chicken dinners, 99-92. Aggies are 1-0. Lobos are 1-0. Lobo women are 1-0. I say Lobo men and Lobo women. I know. Lobo, when you say Lobos, you don't, it doesn't automatically assume. My bad. I apologize. Lobo women back at it Friday, tomorrow. In the pit, J.R. Giddens will be in town with his Northern New Mexico Eagles. JJ will have the call. Ready for that big one?
Always ready.
All right, 246-0610 is how to get to us. Let's go back to it. Fred, good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Hello, Fred.
Hey, guys.
Greetings.
Hey, I just had to talk about the Lobos. I was really impressed with them, and I really was impressed with Florida Atlantic. I mean, for us, that's probably the best team that we've played our first game in a long time. Normally we're playing Compton State or Western New Mexico or, teams like that. And I tell you what, that was a darn good team. They were young, but I know you mentioned about that 7-footer. Why didn't they play him a little more? And I was saying the same thing. That Golden kid, he looked really good. And this House kid, he's incredible. Something that no one's brought up yet, but what was so amazing is they had 24 fouls and he drew 12 fouls in the game. That's why they couldn't handle him. I know that kid Forrest for them, who was so good, number 11. He was trying his hardest to handle him, but he was getting in foul trouble, so they had to put another guy on him and stuff, because that guy's a heck of a ball player. I don't know if that was – he just had a great game, but he scored 26 points, and he was pretty impressive for FAU. But our team, gosh darn, they're so young. We didn't have – like, we're not playing Singleton because he's hurt. We're not playing Manuel, who I really think is important. I think that we really need to get Manuel. I hope the coach gets him back, because I don't feel like Forsling is going to help us. And I think both our big kids, the Sec and that Muscadin, I think they're going to get in foul trouble. I know they're going to have to stop doing that, but I just think we got to. I mean, Mashburn is incredible, and House, when you figure the minutes they played, House played 37 and Mashburn 34, and they had just 2 fouls between them both. I mean, that's incredible. It's just incredible what they can do, and I'm just really impressed with the whole team. Johnson looked good.
Yep.
They all did. Tovar, I just hope he can control his temper as well as Muscadin. I noticed that both of them got a little mad. Tovar got mad when they took him out. And, gosh, he played 33 minutes. He's got to realize that he can't do that. It looks like he's got a temper a little bit. Both of them do. So we got to kind of control them. But I was real impressed with the team. And I just hope we can play good against Colorado. And good luck, Jeff, on your call, too, in
Thanks.
Colorado.
All right, Fred, good to hear you. Thanks.
See you guys.
So,
yeah.
A lot of optimism there. And Muscadine.
Too much.
Do you think it's too much?
Temper it. Can't say anyone played good in week 1.
You can go out there and say that was a good night. It was encouraging. If your eyes didn't tell you that there's something there, I'm not sure what you're looking at, right? I mean, you played, to his point, a decent team, not a great team, a good middle level, I think, Conference USA team. Do you think that's where FAU is?
Yes.
Where were they picked? Do you know in Conference USA? I'll find it for you. You got the book.
Yeah, they were like 4th in their division.
All right, so right there, middle of the road Conference USA team, right? In a 14-team league. So this was, I'm not telling you jump off and be, they're winning a championship. It's okay to feel like he does. Valdir Manuel, we haven't talked about that. I don't know if and when he comes back. Does he make a difference for you? They got out-rebounded 42-25. They've got to rebound better. They will not win regularly getting out-rebounded by 17. Does he make a difference? Is he a big piece of this?
I think he would help bridge that gap because of his experience. And we saw at times last year in his willingness, inside rebound, defend, which is what we're all talking about, is the deficiencies just in the post because they have to develop. They have to get better. They're raw with second and Forsling in those areas. So it would help, but you can't count on it. He has a situation going on.
Which, whatever it is.
Disciplinary situation with the university, and wait and see.
All right, he talked about Jalen Tovar, and he said, I hope he can control his temper. And I don't know. He looks like a guy who plays with a little anger to him, which is not a bad thing, by the way. He looks like a guy, to your point, in practice, certainly plays with a lot of emotion. I think that's a positive. Now, can they get out of control? I imagine it can. I haven't seen it yet. I saw one game. He looks like a guy who plays with anger. When things don't go your way, we'll see. You said, I think you told me 2 weeks ago, you came back from practice, and he was the guy that really stood out to you as far as emotion and getting in guys' faces.
No, he was the one that struggled with that.
Okay.
So Jalen House is the dude that is going to get on everyone. And for Alan Tovar, it's going to be managing his frustration and then his willingness on the defensive end to bang inside, which will then give him the freedom to be the kind of player on the wing outside shooting threes. So I think Richard Pitino will give him that if he plays hard inside defensively.
Okay. All right. I look, what you got out there was talent, was fun. I hope you enjoyed it last night. Like, if you were at the pit, I don't know how you walk out there and you didn't feel good about it. Felt kind of like old times. It felt like
popcorn smelled good.
It all smelled good. Popcorn smelled good. The Lobo dogs were good. You could even go over and get a barbecued sandwich.
Ooh, nice.
It's over there in that southwest corner.
Can't wait to
Yeah,
go.
they got that. Nexus was over there. So I think it was.
Ooh, Nexus is good.
Yeah, they got a little spicy sauce they put on that. Big giant onion that I had to take off, and then some pickles.
Yum.
And a pulled pork sandwich. I'm just saying. Have that with pick your beverage of your choice. Sit down and enjoy it. Or if you like a Lobo dog, you can do that as well. So that's what you got there. If you want to get in on the soccer stuff that we spoke about earlier, you're welcome to do that. That started with a random Maurice email. And Jerry Palm bailed us out of that situation. But if you want to go back into that, you can certainly get
You want to talk about randomness?
Yeah, I do.
Or old news?
Yeah.
I just read that Cam Newton's meeting with the Panthers today.
About what? Cleaning out his locker? Like what?
His 401k?
I mean, Sam Darnold's out and they're going to P.J. Walker.
I'm like, can we calm down?
Cam Newton is meeting.
They just
with them
they
about
just
a comeback.
tweeted it out. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's all over.
David Newton just reported it as well. Of all the places we thought, and you didn't think Cam Newton would go anywhere. I'm just going to tell you that wasn't on my radar. But Sam Darnold out now. P.J. Walker's going to be their guy, and he hadn't been there. They went to the Super Bowl in 2015. Cam is meeting with the Panthers about a possible return. Wow. How would that fan base welcome him? Did that end well?
It just feels like an ending. You're just kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. It didn't feel good or bad. It just
It fizzled, right? That thing fizzled.
Yeah.
Panthers are 4-5. They started out 3-0. Sam Darnold's got a shoulder injury. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. Will we ever see Sam Darnold? No, honestly, as a Carolina Panthers quarterback again, they I think yes, because he picked up his 5th year, right? Like they're stuck with him for next year, right?
We were so excited about him earlier.
I absolutely bought in.
I shouldn't say we. Sorry.
I bought in. He started out looking
sleeper.
good. Yeah.
Their defense.
P.J. Walker. Different than the guy that had a sheriff show. Wasn't there P.J. Walker sheriff or something? I don't know. It sounds like P.J. Walker sheriff. Doesn't it? Like
Walker, Texas Ranger?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. See, I know some things.
Yeah, Walker, Texas.
I know some references.
P.J. Walker, Texas Ranger. When he's a Texas Ranger, he'd come and get you. Now you're going to try to sling it around Arizona.
I think P.J. Walker was the Disney version
of Walker, Texas Ranger.
Is that what Austin watches?
P.J. Walker.
P.J. Walker, college.
No, it sounds like
went to college where? P.J. Walker played his college football.
Did he play in the XFL too?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he did.
I believe he did. Actually, I think he was really good.
Yeah.
Isn't he like the sensation in the XFL?
Yes.
Second season out of what?
The UAB?
He is not a UAB guy.
Is it Conference USA?
It is American Athletic Conference.
AAC, P.J. Walker.
Former New Mexico Bowl champion school out of the AAC. However, they were in the MAC when they represented, when they were in the New Mexico Bowl. Steve Adazio was their coach, Temple.
Their mascot is the Owls, JJ.
They're from Philadelphia. I started my clues like a little, and they got a little more. It's kind of how game shows work, isn't it? P.J. Walker, second year out of Temple. So start TJ Moore now. PJ to DJ, and then I can hear. Can we go PJ to DJ for a TD combination?
DJ. Panther.
All right, we're going to the phones when we come back. 505-246-0610. Bring it. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Can you beat the pro?
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been.
Lobos will be in Colorado to take on the Pac-12's Colorado Buffaloes. Meanwhile, the Aggies, 1-0 after a big win over the UC Irvine Anteaters, will take on their I-10 rival, the University of Texas El Paso Miners. A big one against UTEP. And Chris Jans' team looked really good, I thought, on 2 nights ago. What day would that be? Tuesday? And their opener against UCI. I'm going to guess Jerome kind of wants to talk about that. Hello, Jerome.
Guys, how's it going out there?
What's happening?
Everybody good?
Life's grooving.
Hey, you know what? What is really mud? Mud is like dirt that's wet and all washed up, man. Somebody's got to come up with a different handle than mud because I'm just not getting it. Anyway, the Aggies play UC Irvine, conference team favorite to win the Big West, NCAA tournament projected team. You know, we hold them as a close game throughout. The Lobos play the Benedictine Monks from Florida Atlantic, give up 92 points to that team. You know what? Defense is the name of the game. So the Lobos scored 99 points. Whoop-de-doo. If somebody's not playing defense on you, anybody can shoot the ball. But defense, especially early on in the season, that's the key because the offense is way far behind when it comes to execution and the X's and O's. So anyway, his prediction is that the Lobos are going to win both games. Well, good luck with that. I think that's all washed up in mud. But anyway, Jeffrey, did you ever talk to the UNM volleyball coach to find out why they didn't play the Aggies this season in volleyball?
I did not. I tried. I did not get an answer for that. No, I didn't. I never did get an answer in that.
Okay, I was just double checking, and then with the Aggies now moving to Conference USA, I have mixed emotions, but I think it's a good move just for money standpoint and just with everything happening with conference realignment. And the football team, I know, really needed to be in a conference. So I'm happy with that. I've been hearing rumors, and it does not look like Doug Martin is going to be back as an Aggie football coach. So that's something else to be looking at. Yeah, trust me, I've had. Yeah, unless you've heard something better, because I really like Doug Martin as a football coach.
My point is, like,
I've
really,
met him a
like,
bunch of times, so.
I think Doug Martin's basically said that. So, you know.
Oh, has he? Oh, okay. Well, just from not wearing Aggie gear, is that what you're talking about? But
Well,
you
no, I
haven't
mean
heard anything
he's
official
been
from
on
him?
our show, and we asked about his contract, and he said we're basically coaching out the schedule. We'll move on.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I've missed him, missed those things. Well, I'm glad the football team is still playing hard. I don't know how hard we can play against Alabama or Kentucky, but I'm glad they're still competing, and they were beating Utah State up until that third quarter. So they still
Half of
compete,
the
which is a
game.
good thing.
Chris
Yeah.
Jans will be on our show tomorrow, 8 a.m. Your basketball coach will be with us tomorrow.
I'll be listening to him. Hey guys, I appreciate you putting Aggie stuff on there. I know this is dominantly Lobo stuff, but I appreciate that you get the coaches on it and do what you do. So keep up the good work, and I'll keep listening as much as I can.
Thanks, Jerome. See you. Aggie basketball tomorrow. Chris Jansby. I always enjoy the conversations with Chris, and going into the UTEP game, so we'll catch up with him tomorrow and get you an idea on Aggie basketball. Pete, good morning. Pete, how you living?
Good morning. Thanks, guys. The guy stole my thunder a little bit there, fellow Aggie, but just wanted to talk a little bit about the win the other night against, like you said, a good UC Irvine team picked to win the Big West. One of the big surprises, if you watched the game in the first half, was Big Will McNair, the 6'10", 275-pound center for the Aggies. He's been around a couple years now, and he's really developed into. He was a project when he first came in. He's really developed into a force. And I think Chris Jans, he started him in the game, and he only played he played the first half, played a couple minutes in the second half. But in that first half, he dominated 10 points, 8 rebounds. And I think Chris Jans said we better put him on the bench before others, start to recognize that this guy is going to be a key player in our, for our season. So big shout out to Will McNair. The guy's worked hard, and he's come a long way. And when he first got to New Mexico State, I think he was close to 300 pounds. The guy slimmed down, and he looks like a beast now. They have a big rivalry game coming up against UTEP on Saturday night. That'll tell a lot about whether that first win was meaningful. And then they head out to Myrtle Beach next
Myrtle
week.
Classic,
They start off with Davidson.
Good field
Utah
there.
State's in that tournament.
Really good field there.
Yeah, Oklahoma, East Carolina. So there's some good teams in there. As far as I heard you talking earlier about the basketball conference becoming stronger now, moving to the Conference USA. And if you look at the Ken Palm rankings, the average ranking, if you were to take those 9 teams today, is 163. So I got to imagine that that's up there with the Mountain West, if not even better. And when you look at the 9 teams there, the Lobos, at least right now with their Ken Palm ranking, would rank 8th out of the 9 teams. So we won't have to hear Lobo fans anymore talking about,
you will.
Well, you just get to the tournament because you play in the WAC and
you
so
will.
on. And so,
Pete, yes, you will. You know that. Come on, you've been around long enough.
Well,
Yes, you will.
They need to look at the facts. Lastly, Rudy C. I heard him talking about Jalen House, and he asked the question about why ASU, would let this guy go. I watched the game last night. The guy is tough, can score at all 3 levels, and my conclusion to that is that he talks it up a lot. He and I know Lobo fans are going to love him, but other opponents are going to hate the guy, including the refs. I mean, he did a lot of flopping out there. The first couple of calls he got charging calls, and then after that, I think he got a warning because guys on the ground every play, whether it's on offense or defense. But again, he's gonna, as an Aggie fan, he's gonna be one of those guys that we hate. He's tough.
Perfect.
But I see that. It might have been something that Hurley didn't want to deal with. There's certain players that it just doesn't seem to fit Hurley's
that's all right.
mode. He wasn't that type of player. The guy's more like a Paul Weir type. Paul Weir kind of let his guys go do their
Well,
thing.
we'll see. I don't think Richard's going to let him go. Pete, great call, and don't be a stranger. Thanks for checking in. I don't think that Richard Pitino is going to let guys get away with that, and we've got two guys sitting out right now in discipline, or at least one now, and you had two. And I think it's okay to take a little bit of a chance as you're rebuilding a program on a guy that may be a little verbose if you think you can reel him in, right? You got to be careful always on what kind of player, what kind of person you're bringing in. Jalen House may be a little flamboyant, maybe a little humble, cocky, maybe a little verbose, and I don't know why it didn't work at Arizona State. But I look at a guy, give me a guy who's a little cocky if he can perform, and as long as I'm confident as a coach, I can enforce my limits. I can enforce my boundaries. I've watched many guys. I go back to J.R. Giddens, man, and it didn't work at Kansas, and it didn't work with Richie McKay. And Steve Alford came in and put down the limits, the boundaries. Didn't take him on that trip during the off season, and all of a sudden J.R. Giddens became a guy that you all love and became a first-round pick in the NBA.
Yeah, and I don't think there was a lot of character or personality issues with Jalen House at Arizona State. He didn't play last year because he was behind an all-conference guard. And Remy Martin, Alonzo Verge came off the bench for the Sun Devils and was fantastic as their sixth man. And then it's the business side of college athletics. Jalen House is a good enough player. He's good enough to stay at Arizona State. But you come off last season, you're looking for a new opportunity, and it's a win so far for New Mexico.
All right. We'll wrap this thing up when we get back. We got time for calls. 505-246-0610. Harold, your volleyball expert, checked in with an answer to Jerome's question. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A. Marie, and Adrian on 95.9 FM and AM. 610, the Sports Animal.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from.
Panthers have Cam Newton in for a meeting today. When you first told me that, I'm like, so did he leave a bunch of stuff behind that he's getting like
all his nice clothes?
Are they going over his his 401k? Like what did we mean? Oh, you mean to be a quarterback?
I assume. I don't like to assume.
No, that's what they're meeting about is about him becoming their quarterback, back to be their quarterback in Carolina. All right, 2460610. We got time for you still if you want to get in. Jeff, JJ, A. Marie. And Adrian's producing on the television side. Hope you get to watch the show every now and then. They do a really nice job over at ProView Network, channel 20.5 over the air, and on our Facebook page, the OD in the AM. So Jerome asked the question, JJ, why did Lobo Volleyball, for the first time in, recent memory, Frank, not play New Mexico State this year? And Harold, who's the guy who always says, what about Lobo Volleyball? He's your Lobo Volleyball guy. He says, I can confirm what Jerome said. Jeff, I've heard the same stories about Coach Mr. Clean Sheet refusing to play New Mexico State volleyball this season. I was told he felt with an all-new team it was more important to rack up wins and build confidence, i.e. play a bunch of patsies this season, than to play a good team in New Mexico State. Okay. That's unconfirmed to me, but that's from Harold, who claims he confirmed it. Mr. Clean Sheet. Remember the song Mr. Big Shot? That was a good one. Mr. Clean Sheet. Who do you think you are, Mr. Clean Sheet? Yeah, see, you got the vibe going.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
Adrian will pull it up.
Yes, he shall. Yes.
He doesn't make you hold.
No, hells no. Mr. Clean Sheet. Hold on. Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
All right. Anything else I missed today? Baseball free agency. So Dodgers are breaking up, right? I mean, Seager's gone. We knew Scherzer was gone. What do you with Trey Turner there? I still think the Dodgers should sign Seager.
Sign Seager. Sign Scherzer. What's stopping you? Nothing.
Money, man. I mean, you got all the money in the world. I know. Why now the Scherzer thing? Of all of it, can I tell you? I think Chris Taylor may be the most important free agent they have. Do you disagree with that?
Nope.
Total glue guy who comes through in the clutch. Seager, defensively, did not come through in the clutch in the postseason. Chris Taylor, to me, won't cost you nearly as much. You got Trey Turner. If you lose Seager, okay, you got Trey Turner to be your shortstop for another year, and then you'll probably got another young stud coming up in the minors anyway. Gavin Lux, whatever. Who do you think's the most important free agent signing for them? It's not Kershaw. I don't.
Nope.
I think it's Taylor.
Yeah, because when you look at having Trey Turner locked in, that bridges the gap for if you lose Corey Seager. Thinking the outfield right now, you got to believe that Cody Bellinger's going to bounce back to at least an average major league hitter when he's playing the outfield. Mookie Betts, it's because Taylor has filled a lot of holes for this team.
I think that's right. So you're going to watch over the next few days. There's going to be a lot of shakeup in free agency, in the hot stove league, as they like to call it, in Major League Baseball. But that's coming now, and the Dodgers are going to look a little different, boys and girls, and maybe they need to. Maybe they need to. Maybe it's time to shake things up a little bit. So that's going to happen. Tonight, I got Tua Tagovailoa and his bad finger against Lamar, MVP, and the Ravens. Does this get ugly tonight?
Yeah, it'll end up being a close game, and the Ravens will pull it off.
You think it'll be close? Because all the national games are close, except for when the Rams got pumped the other night on a national game?
I don't know.
I mean, all the national games tend to be close, right?
Correct.
They do.
Or they're till the fourth quarter, and then it gets like crazy.
All right. We're all in the Ravens tonight, are we not?
Yes.
All right. You went the other way on something, and you were
Minus
right the other day.
7.5.
What'd you go the other way on the other day? We all went one way, and you went the other way. You were right.
Are you guys doing your picks of the week, or is that tomorrow?
Have we done that yet? What game are we on? What's
pick,
our pick of the week?
Pick of the week is Tennessee, New Orleans.
Who'd I take?
You took Tennessee.
Okay.
Ooh.
I took Tennessee.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can go to our website.
Yes, please do.
Click on the link.
That's sportsanimалabq.com.
See, I'm on it.
Do you agree with Jeff? Do you agree with JJ? Click your pick, and you'll be in for a chance to win awesome gift card and weekly. And then a grand prize is like a recliner and just stuff that you can enjoy
awesome.
watching football with.
I guess $50 is the weekly prize at All in Autographs. Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Which, by the way, you should go to.
Really go there.
Really go there.
We're not lying.
Like
really.
Walk inside. Just don't drive up and look at the store. Like go inside.
And you might even see Ryan Tamari there.
It's awesome.
The star of the Saturday morning show now. What do we call the Saturday morning show now?
First and 5:05.
First at 5:05. Ryan Tamari.
And you meet Ryan.
You haven't met him yet?
No. And also, yeah.
He's a decent dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
Fun
That's
fact,
awesome.
you probably met him 7 times.
Probably.
Yeah, just like you never met Stigler.
I leave so early. I'm not around.
You do. You're out of here like boom.
Yeah.
Like we've had like 1,000 producers, and I never get to talk to you after the show. Like gone. Like you got stuff to do. I got a tea time. I gotta go.
Gotta go.
You got tea time.
Busy day.
Yeah.
Not tea time today.
No tea time today?
Just Veteran Day.
Yeah. What are you doing for Veterans Day?
Well, my lovely boyfriend serves this country, so we're gonna
bless
go.
Nice.
We're gonna go food hop.
Go hit up all the restaurants with the discounts.
We're just gonna go grub.
Taking my nephew.
I think it's
I have a friend that does it as well.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Well, he just feels douchey because it's like not for the people. Like he's like, does everyone know what this holiday is really about? It's people who did serve. Yeah. So,
Yes.
but anyways, we're taking advantage.
Not so you can get a discount on your couch.
Can you get a discount on your couch though?
You, Target, Bed Bath and Beyond.
I think it's beautiful.
There's a list.
You know what?
Anyone listening, literally, look, there's a huge list that they released this morning,
Let
too.
me just tell you, people who served our country deserve it. I mean, God bless them, and it shouldn't just be today.
No, it should be
by the
every
way.
day. Agreed.
It is Veterans Day, but
Oh man, I get 25% off at Sizzler. I'm in.
Sizzler? Is there still a Sizzler?
There's got to be one. It's
Is
like
there a
Blockbuster.
Sizzler? The
I don't know.
Sizzler's
We always
still
joke
up.
about
one.
We always joke about Cal and I joke if we hit the parlay, we're going to Sizzler.
Yeah, but is there a
Going to
Sizzler still? I'm going to
Sizzler.
Sizzler.
I just
I'm
remember
going
like
to Sizzler.
team dinners and stuff when I was little with my grandparents.
You
We'd
went
go.
to Sizzler for team dinners?
Yeah, and
Damn.
yeah.
You grew up in a nice hood.
Steak and bacon.
El Dorado,
potatoes.
baby.
Seriously, man. You must have, you were the rich school.
No, we weren't.
You got like burritos and snow cones.
Or and super salad. I think we used to go super salad too.
We went to McDonald's and we were happy.
Golden Corral.
There's got to be one.
I just can't do Golden Corral.
I know.
I just
Just reminds me when I'm little
Ask
with my
Tate about our
grandparents.
story with Golden Corral. Got to be one what?
Like one Sizzler. Like there's one Blockbuster.
Like in
left.
Albuquerque.
Like the building.
I mean, there's still a Red Lobster right up there on San Pedro. And
Get a free appetizer with
Montgomery.
Veterans Day with Red Lobster.
Do you? Is that what you get? But then you got to. So can you just go in for the free appetizer?
Just here for the app.
Deuces. I'd like to
Take
scampi
a
and
water
water.
and appetizer.
Yeah. No gas, no squeegee. I thought the app was free.
Hey,
it's free.
Hey, some places offer free pints of beer.
I mean, that's the.
I mean, come on,
Right.
free.
So is
beer.
it for the veteran and his party, or her party?
Everywhere's different.
Oh, you're a tag along in this whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not a spouse yet.
Yeah, so hence tag along.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like tag along.
Yet you say.
Yet.
So like that's predetermined.
Maybe.
So you're.
Am I starting rumors?
Yeah, well, I mean, it feels that way. Spouse in waiting.
Sure.
I mean, when you.
Yes.
Well, what do you call it?
I'm
when,
confident.
When she says I'm not spouse yet.
Girlfriend.
Yet connotates what?
Future wifey.
That it will happen.
We call that the Jordan love.
I better get better tickets.
For what?
Games.
What games?
Jordan, you didn't see Jordan Love's Girlfriend and Mom, where
Yeah,
they had
those
to
were
sit.
bad
Yeah,
tickets.
sorry.
I guarantee you, when he was at the New Mexico Bowl, his mom had better tickets than him. When he was MVP of the New Mexico Bowl, Jordan Love, his family had better. I promise you.
And that's
you know
what
why? Because our
happens,
stadium
folks.
doesn't go that high.
You
Not
go
like
to the
a-
New Mexico
not like
Bowl,
Arrowhead?
and you can see the future quarterback of the Green Bay Packers.
100%. Shaq Barrett.
You see the
sack
future
leader in the
quarterback
NFL.
of the Carolina Panthers.
Did he
Which
play in that
one?
game?
I don't know.
He didn't.
I'm like,
He-
which
he-
one?
He didn't. No, P.J. Walker didn't play in that game.
I'm like,
Yeah, it
Cam
was-
Newton?
Temple was here a little bit before P.J. Walker. No, he wasn't. He wasn't the
Okay.
quarterback in that game. But
Okay.
Shaquille
You can
Barrett,
see the kicker of the Denver Broncos.
100% right. He played
Brandon
for Temple.
McManus.
He did
You
play.
better
that
score me some points.
And they have a running back.
How about the lead? Yeah, it was Bernard Pierce. He played in the NFL. Bernard Pierce. Yeah,
the NFL running back Bernard Pierce?
that's right. That's right. Then he had a little trouble.
Ryan Matthews.
False on the volleyball. NMSU coach didn't want to work with the dates that were open for both Ultimate and never heard back. UNM tried to play, but they weren't going to sit around and wait on them. So there you go.
Oh!
Thanks to Jerry Palm for being with us. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Coward after that. ABQ Central's got Afternoon Drive. Then you get Baltimore, Miami for Thursday Night Football. Trulio after that. You want to come back and do it again tomorrow morning? Chris Jans will be with us 8 o'clock tomorrow. Hey, Marie, Adrian, great work. Big day for you?
Huge.
Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
I struggled with symptoms like
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
He's covered by Jet Stone here top corner for Clovis, but there goes Manzano. He's got nothing but green. Oh, and a touchdown saving tackle by Angel Chavarria.
Academy searching for Babinski in the front. Babinski will keep her footing. She'll come back inside. Going to get it. Here's the shot opportunity, and Academy scores to start this game. That's just a backbreaker when you're 1 yard from it. Turtle Morales is going to Cruz Garcia. Intercepted! Running up to make that play, it's Jesse Ramirez. Ramirez bouncing off a couple of guys, gets through and finally taken down by Raymond Ivey.
No one has that problem in the city. To be so stacked at wide receiver that you're going to move one of your receivers to running back. There's Robertson. He scoops it up at the 7. He crosses the 20. He'll get to the 30. A lot of room for Robertson. He's got some speed. He's going to have to beat the kicker, and that is all. And the kicker can't get to it. He's stumbling up, and he is pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. is the deep ball. The receiver was open for a moment, but then it's a pick for the people's champ, Nathan Lopez. He came out of nowhere to make that interception. Bell is going to get tripped up. He's still up on his feet. Bell rolling to his right. He's going to throw down the field to a wide open man at midfield. What a catch there.
What a play.